Hey everybody, it's Ryan. Welcome back to How Farms Work. Many of you may have seen my social media posts about the cement stave silo at the main farm. So we are going to be taking down the cement silo here because we really don't have a use for that silo anymore. We're never going to use it again, and we just decided that it's probably better just to take it down, and eventually we're trying to repurpose and reshape this farm to fit our needs going into the future. We aren't doing dairy anymore. We aren't going to be using that silo or bunk at any point, so we decided it's just better just to take them down. I do kind of agree with those of you who said to not take it down because it fits the farm well, and it is actually a really nice silo, and cosmetically that is. However, if we aren't going to use it again, there's really no point in keeping the silo up. So the Mennonites just showed up. I didn't want to be rude and ask whether they're Amish or Mennonites, and at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. Before they can start taking the silo down, they have to remove all of the doors going down the chute. They have to remove the roof of the silo, as well as the unloader. And then what they did was put a giant pole with scaffolding inside the silo that will allow them to stand up on the top and work their way down, taking the staves off bit by bit. So what they do is they put sand down around the silo, and they pretty much break off the staves and drop them off the side. They put the sand down to help break the fall so that they break fewer staves, being as that what they're going to do with this is they are going to take the staves and build it somewhere else, which is, I think, is pretty cool. They're repurposing the silo. It's not like it's getting knocked down and torn into a ditch. I know that a lot of you probably would have liked to see us knock out the silo and drop it that way. However, for us, this is a much cleaner method of taking it down. Time to assess the damage. So there's the winch, ladder, cage, blower tube, unloader, the doors, all the staves. A beautiful unobstructed view of the field. How deep do you think the foundation is?
I honestly don't know. That's something for Dad. I guess I've never really asked. So it'd be nice if we could do, once we get this all cleaned up, we got the grapple bucket and probably the JCB. Once we get all the pallets out of here and everything cleaned up, clean up the steel and then clean up as much of this foundation as we can, pull that post out. And I don't know if we have to gravel it or what. I mean, all this lime here that they're dropping them on, we'll clean up.
I say we
But it'd be nice
build it up and smooth that out.
Well, smooth it out and actually use this as feet. Put round bales down here, something, or even park equipment down here now. It's space around the buildings are just kind of going at a premium right now, just for the amount of room we have.
So this silo is going up, what'd you say, a half mile south of Arthur?
A mile.
A mile south of Arthur, Wisconsin. And it is going, they think it's going to be made into a 14 by 70 silo. One of the guys who's actually helping take it down was the guy who's taking it.
But all things considered, it actually, there isn't that much to clean up. You imagine if we would have just
did it ourselves.
Knocked the hole inside and dropped it over, then you'd have all the rings and
yep, and you'd have a real mess.
Well, then it'd be dropped over into the fields, and you got to worry about debris and everything out through the field.
Yep.
I think we've said pretty clearly we had no intention of using this silo ever again anyway.
So that frame over there is what actually suspends the unloader. It's suspended by wire, and the winch back there, you just over time slowly lower the unloader down and it picks up the feed and throws it down the tube, which was right there. You guys knew about this silo. What some of you may not know about is the other one. Here's the chute frames. They had to lower those with that little crane winch system that they had because they didn't want to break them. The staves are a little bit more expendable and they're a little bit stronger. This is the old barnyard, and there's a feeding system set up out here for the cattle. When we'd let them out of the barn, we'd feed out of that. It was kind of incentive to get them out of the barn. And then for the outer barnyard, you can't even see it right now because all the grass is growing up. But there's a spot in here where the concrete is missing, and it's basically just a giant circle. I'm pretty sure that gate splits it right in half. There used to be a smaller silo in here and a bunk that accompanied it, and that was for the outer barnyard. One of my first memories was sitting out here with Grandma when we were taking it down, and she panicked.
Standing over about 10 feet from that gate. It wasn't that big of a silo, but it started to fall towards us, even though it was supposed to fall backwards.
Yep.
And imagine two little boys and their grandma running the opposite direction away from this silo.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the cooler things that I had seen when I was younger. So I'm gonna go ahead and count all of the staves because I'm really interested to know how many there are.
28 pallet.
How many?
So there's 28 on the pallet.
28? Okay. I'm just gonna go through and count them all up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you could say that there were 63 pallets, including the partial ones. That's not including the frames for the chute. There's a couple pallets of those. I see 3 right there. So in total, that works out to about 1,764 staves. That's a lot, and that's a lot of weight to be moved. So that is pretty much it for the cement silo at the main farm. Dad said that this was an 18 by 70 and they're repurposing it into a 14 by 70. The reason being is because there are broken staves from dropping them off the silo, but also the guy who's taking them only has like 40 cattle, so he doesn't need it to be all that huge. So I think it would be a pretty fun trip to go try to find it sometime here, maybe next summer when we know that they've had it rebuilt. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Be sure to check out all of our other videos. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. All how farms work. And with that, I'll see you next time.